All right, a couple things off the top. My name is Brandon Walker. I host Pick Central, the daily gambling show for Barstool Sports. Big Ev is right beside me. Marty Mush to his left. To my right, a bunch of empty chairs because of the long-standing Barstool rule that if somebody's in the office that you don't like, you don't have to come to work.
Well, he didn't do his other show today, right?
Hot Ice, he did Hot Ice.
He did?
Yeah, he did Hot Ice. Yeah, he did Hot Ice. Mm-hmm. He was able to do that from home.
Is there any mention of why he wasn't here, Big Ev?
It's a quick show. I don't know. I thought about bringing it up, but we go in and out. We go straight to baseball.
A quick 20-minute workday at home sounds pretty nice. But at least it didn't follow a weekend where he sent 125 tweets about somebody else not working.
I do have to say one thing. Billy needs to stop saying he had no time. What is he talking about?
He does. But I tell you what Rico did this time. Rico picked an enemy that'll fight back.
Yes, that's the one thing where, like, Nadu wasn't here. He can only do it on Twitter.
Cons is too nice.
Cons only works here. Is part-time employee.
Big T's dead inside.
Big T doesn't really care that much.
Big T's a rock. And I don't mean that rock like he's a steady. I mean he's just a useless rock. just sits there. He's furniture.
Billy, cares enough where he'll just want to ruin.
And Big T's a lot better than that. I love Big T. So before I get started, I got to say this. Shout out to all the people, everybody behind the scenes. Barstool Idol is a big undertaking. I've got a producer over there who's working on the show, TJ, who's working on like an hour, 2 hours of sleep. He was up at 6:30 this morning. He was up a lot quicker than that. He was at the fucking basketball arena. Or
TJ, don't go lay down somewhere. Don't do this show.
That's what I said.
This week.
But he's going on like an hour of sleep. You got other people, Katie Stats, you got the producers, the editors, just on and on and on. This is a week-long thing, but it's not. It doesn't just happen at 7 p.m. Like, it's happening all day. And, I know the contestants get to compete, but somebody has to film it, somebody has to record it, somebody has to do all these things, somebody has to get permission from the basketball place. And TJ's been by the way, have you seen the clip, the TJ shooting the ball today?
Yeah, that's a 1 in a million chance.
I think it was better than if he made it.
Yeah,
1,000%.
It's a much harder thing to do.
1 in a million.
Yeah, TJ, I'd like to see that, please.
I'd like to. Yeah, we're going to talk about Barstool Idol for a little.
We're going to talk about Barstool
because I got some things to say.
We're going to talk about Barstool Idol.
We'll talk. I want honest Brandon though. I don't want on Barstool Idol Brandon.
You're going to get it.
Because I was upset with you.
Upset with me?
Yep.
About what?
Not just with you. There was, and I understand. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Here we go. TJ, get ready.
All right, we're here at Basketball City, day 2, Yak Idol. Play some Yak basketball. Our contestants are all here in their room.
TJ looks hot.
We got the chops to shoot around with the Yak.
Okay. Now,
first thing is...
yes, you're going to say exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Let's play it back, and let's focus on the layup in the background.
There's a layup in the background?
Watch.
Bricks the shit.
Who's that?
Ali.
That's Ali. Ali, one of the contestants. Just absolutely. Not even.
That's harder to do than what TJ did.
Also, TJ with one of the rare things in basketball. I don't know. I still don't know if he's right-handed or left-handed.
No idea.
No idea whatsoever.
I was like, oh my God, I did not know he's lefty. Oh, he's right.
I don't know if his body knows. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed. I just don't know how to shoot.
Because his left hand extends.
His left hand's in the party. Like, it's
honestly, if you just see his hands, you don't know if that's him or Ben Simmons.
I don't think I've ever seen a shot like that where your left hand extends so much, but your right hand is the one that ends.
I like how he.
Bro,
the left hand was the big extension, but the right hand was the follow-through.
See, he started left and then went like this.
I also like how he made sure it was an NBA 3.
Oh, yeah.
You aren't going to take one of those fucking high school threes. Yeah, the layup is my favorite part of the whole thing, though.
Like, I didn't even realize that.
I can't wait to watch them play basketball. There's nothing funnier than watching horrible people that at basketball play basketball.
So we're going to talk golf in the LIV Tour. We're going to talk about the fact that Ole Miss is about to win the national championship in baseball. That's just going to happen. Yeah. Does Rico just not get to show up? MLB slate, got some World Cup questions. And then I have an activity for us.
Ooh.
It's called Either Or. And you're going to choose one or the other.
Either or?
And I got about 15 of them.
Okay, this is
like
gonna be.
that.
I'm excited
that a
for
lot.
this. I have a lot of topics that I'm excited for today.
Well, we're going to get into one right after I talk about NASCAR, which is headed to the Music City for a weekend of country music and racing. Two wonderful things. Nashville is the best place. Big Ev, who's your favorite country music artist right now? Go.
Morgan Wallen.
Nashville is the best place. Marty?
Was that a bad answer?
Hardy.
I don't know. I don't know any Morgan Wallen songs. I haven't listened to a country music song recorded after 2012.
Morgan Wallen it's him.
I know he's
and,
big.
Luke Combs, who's like the Elvis of country music right now.
Nashville is the best place to watch the best drivers in the world at the shortest super speedway on the schedule. Nashville is known for great music, honky tonks, and intense racing you can't find anywhere else. Also hot chicken. This short 1.3-mile super speedway provides a unique challenge for drivers as they will battle it out for 400 miles of action with the NASCAR Cup Series race on June 26th. Barstool's own Will Compton of Bussin' with the Boys, Large, Spider, and Glennie are headed out to experience the race live in person. Be sure to tune in the NASCAR Cup Series from Nashville Superspeedway this Sunday, June 26th at 5 Eastern on NBC. Again, the NASCAR Cup Series this Sunday, June 26th, 5 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Barstool Idol started yesterday. The competition opened at 1 o'clock. We found out the 12 competitors. We then wheeled one home. She was quite a talented lady. Bree from L.A. left us early. And then last night we had, about an hour and 40-minute show where we gave each contestant 3 minutes to put forward their best skill. Some succeeded in that, some did not. We sent home two, including Zach, I believe. Zach, who was Horny Batman.
Fuck that guy.
And we sent home Joey Joy, the good-looking guy, again, who I think for a hot guy wasn't all that hot. But I didn't have him last. So of the two guys that sent home, I had Zach in the bottom two, but I did not vote Joey in the bottom two.
I was Zach was clearly the last guy. I fucking hate that guy because he made a comment about me for no reason.
Well, Horny Batman though is just a
Horny Batman.
It's just a bad.
Weird.
Wasn't crazy.
Wasn't great at all.
Stand up wasn't awful, but Horny Batman was a little much.
But his stand up wasn't gonna save Horny Batman.
No,
You
it
can't just
wasn't.
ask everyone how horny you are all the time.
No, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Horny Batman's gone. So we're down to 9. Tonight we will be down to 6 when we do the team competition. They're out there filming their videos, doing their videos right now. 3 teams of 3. I thought the standouts were, the 3 captains. Obviously,
That's what I have a problem with a little bit.
What?
So you have the top 3 people, and one of the top 3 people have to go home now, which is like, what does that make any sense?
Well, the thing about a Yak Idol is
Did anyone mention that, or is that?
we did mention
Okay.
it. I don't know what I can
into the
say.
show.
You tune into the show. That's all I
Okay,
can say.
That's fine.
Tune into the
As long
show.
as-
Yeah.
I think people are asking that.
Tune into the show.
That's fine.
If you're watching for that, tune into the show. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, we got 3 captains. I thought the funniest one. I thought Caroline was far ahead of the field last night. The song that she sang was funny. I thought it was original. It was funny as shit. I think Danny's fantastic, and I think John Rich is very good as well.
You could tell John Rich is like a weird fuck who's pretty funny.
I didn't think what he presented last night was that funny, but it showed the structure of something that he's got something in there.
Exactly.
Well, I think he was kind of forced to present a blog in a very strange manner.
Right.
Where I think if he was able to just write the blog and hand it to you,
Yeah.
I think it would have been very funny.
Yeah.
But him having to present it like a PowerPoint was just kind of a weird.
Yeah.
But him finding that topic and just for the first day, it was funny.
And so I could tell, even the way he presented, I was like, this just blog I think would be very, very good.
Dark horses, I like. Ali is somebody to watch. I thought Ali's presentation had a laugh out loud funny skit in it. The first one was really fucking funny. The second one, but the first one was really funny.
What fucking equipment does this guy have?
I don't know.
His editing
Seems like a good editor. Yeah, he
He's
must
got a
be an
laptop.
editor.
He's got a laptop and skills.
Yeah, I guess he's definitely a dark horse. Wyatt seems like he's got something in him.
Wyatt does.
I don't know if he could put it together, but he's got something in it.
And I don't think he's going to win the competition, but I just can't come in. I'm sorry. Hey, you come here. Stand to that mic for just a second. You blew it on the picks, so you can't come in today. I will allow you to have more picks tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I will allow you to have 3 picks tomorrow, and you can have
plus money picks.
He did.
Went for it.
He did. And it was the easiest pick that got him.
Yeah.
Right. It was the Angels
Angels
Royals
were minus like 200.
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah, tough.
So Barstool Idol will continue at 1:00, where we will watch the Barstool basketball game or the Yak basketball game, and we'll do some other stuff with them, I think. And then tonight we will have 3 teams present us 5-minute videos, and then we will go from there. And tomorrow is when they really branch out into the Barstool universe. Tomorrow we'll be down to 6, and we have some exciting things planned for them. Now, you have come with things to talk about from Barstool Idol. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. Before I say anything, I do want to preface, because Big Cat said it a lot, where it's like what they're doing is very hard.
Right.
A lot of people that work at Barstool now, if we put them in the competition, wouldn't come close. Wouldn't win either.
I wouldn't have done well last
Yeah,
night.
it's very hard.
Yeah.
But the only thing when I did it,
yeah,
I had Dave there.
Right.
Who, if you sucked, and he made it known you sucked. There was some people yesterday that it was bad. And
well, the problem,
you only looked at the good things. There was no bad commentary.
Okay, well, the problem with that is I can't pretend to be Dave.
No, I don't want you to be Dave.
Yeah, and I don't think
No, it wasn't your guys'
Dave,
fault.
Yeah.
I'm saying it was just more when Dave's in front of you, it was like more. It was like, holy shit! It was cutthroat, whatever.
Yeah, but I think the Yak adds an element of kind of humor that the competition kind of needs. You know, there were some last night that were fucking awful, and maybe we could have told them they were awful, but I don't know.
You also don't want to be mean. I understand we're not Dave. That's
right.
I'm just saying how it came. But it seemed like I think Sass said it, or Owen was just like, you can tell who put in more effort than another person. Where I also know it was stupid whoever made that decision that they couldn't go out.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously like a huge part of Barstool. We could just go out and do whatever.
Yeah.
But they can do that now, right?
I think it was worked on. I'm not sure. It is fixed, TJ?
So basically yesterday they were on their own editing, and legally speaking, we can't have a non-employee give out a legal waiver to say that they can be in Barstool content because they don't work for us.
Yeah.
Today they have producers and editors with them. So that's
that's good, because they need that. Because obviously not everyone, like, I don't know how to edit.
Right.
So, like, people, we don't know how to do it. But I think today is going to be first day is the hardest, because you're still nervous and shit. And then now you get a little more into it and you feel a little more comfortable.
And I think we're underestimating what we asked them to do. At 2:00 we set them free and said come back at 7 with a 3-minute something, and that's 5 hours. Is a quick turnaround to come up with 3 minutes for the rest of your fucking life.
You notice how a 3-minute video is a lot.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot of content.
And there's people out there like Kirk Minahan was tweeting about how terrible it was, how awful it was, how pathetic it was. Like, if Kirk Minahan and myself too. I'm the same as him. If he was given that assignment yesterday, he would have failed miserably.
Listen,
I would have failed miserably. I didn't know how to. I wouldn't know how to do a 3-minute video in fucking 5 hours.
I didn't do the best. You just gotta do whatever you can do to get to the end. And I fucked up sometimes.
He's right. Some of them were awful.
Some of them were really bad. Like, it was like, what am I watching?
I mean, actually, to be honest, like Luke, I had Luke at the bottom. Luke had a 3-minute video where he opened candy bars and ate them.
See, when he mentioned my name first, I was like, oh, God.
Right.
But he was just like, I don't know, I was thinking about doing a choco taco and a push-up pop. The way he was talking, that sounds funny. But he just reviewed everything. I didn't know he was going to do that. But yeah, no, some of them were like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But then you could also tell a lot of the girl, the one girl, she, like, the improv is like going in people's faces.
Danny.
Yeah.
You could tell she doesn't have a problem with going up to anyone. But yeah, no, some were bad.
You've been working on a character, Horny Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you're going to go around New York City in a Spider-Man outfit, just asking people how horny they are.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that could work.
Also,
you want the unironic thing? There literally is like a New York Spider-Man.
Oh, I know.
And that's he has actually a massive following.
Nadu,
He runs around in Tim's.
He did the same thing that he says he doesn't talk about Rico, but his first thing was about Rico, so that's just funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nadu walks in this building like he's the maddest man in the world. Like, Nadu walks in like he is fucking, 10 pounds of fucking gold, and he doesn't even have to beat these people because he's Jeff Nadeau. Like, you almost got to respect it.
Oh, no, I do. But I also, like, he does block out the fact that he quit. Where it's like, it's still tough, where you did say, I like that you said that, where it was like, hey, you did quit. These people have not had a chance.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's, I mean, a lot of these people are going to get you get a lot of shit when you're on the show. I got a lot when I was on it.
I think multiple people get hired.
I think 3 end up with opportunities.
Well, Gaz is going to hire. All Gaz tweets about is the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy.
I mean, in my opinion, I think they are the 2 like clear-cut favorites. And then I think John Rich is also very good. I think his blogging, at a minimum, would be very
But again, I feel like with Barstool Idol, it's a big, what else can you do besides the one thing? Because, so the one girl sang. So what can she do? What can the Danny girl do besides getting in people's face? It's just like you basically need to do 2 things.
Yeah.
Well, to get in people's faces, I think there can be like many different
ones,
variations of that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like she kind of just does like very similar stuff that the Nelk Boys have done.
Yeah.
But she does it very
well.
well.
But the thing is that yesterday afternoon she shows a video where she walked up to people and asked them sexually charged things when they weren't expecting it. And last night she did the same thing.
Yeah. So
what are we going to see today? Yeah.
Exactly. Because then I think that's what happened in ours. Like, all right, you did this, you did this.
Also, is a piano or a keyboard or any musical instrument a cheat code?
Yes.
If you're good at it.
If you pull that out, I'm automatically assuming talent.
Because Francis did the same thing.
And she actually could sing pretty well also.
Yeah. Francis did this, and he's good with his. If you put funny words while singing, it's just a cheat code.
Yeah.
Especially people that don't know how the fuck.
Well, especially in that setting where a lot of them struggled, where it almost became like a talent show. And then she just clearly had the most just like raw talent.
That was perfect for that 3 minutes, yeah.
And especially that she went last where a lot of them didn't do that well. Because she went and it was like, all right, she clearly did the best out of everyone.
I got to be completely, I didn't understand the college basketball girls.
I didn't hate the concept.
I just didn't understand.
I agreed with, I think Nick was the one who said it, that it just was a little long.
It was long. And
like I think it would have been a perfect like short video on Twitter, TikTok kind of thing.
It was a good intro joke. The first time she showed a picture and then she talked about it, I was like, oh, that's funny. Let's see where this goes. And it just was the same thing 6 times.
Because everyone could cuddle.
Yeah, the 6'9" guys could cuddle, but the 6'10" guy was too tall.
I didn't.
Also, no.
I love that Nadeau was like, yeah, I like that. She was that. Marcy's was good because it was college basketball.
I do like Marcy walking in here yesterday and saying, "What Barstool needs is a college basketball podcast."
Yeah. So I always get a laugh here.
Anyway, I don't know. I enjoyed it, and I think we got some funny shit. We had a correspondent there today, TJ. Without spoiling, you think we're going to enjoy the basketball?
Yeah, it was definitely something. I mean, Zaw said he was dying laughing the whole. He was there. He was dying laughing the whole time.
I was in tears.
In fairness, Zaw dies laughing a lot.
Nah, true, but this was.
So,
yeah,
you don't have to. You don't have to say if we can't, but I saw something on Twitter that Nadeau was late.
Okay, so they've already said that. Yeah, Nadeau was late.
Yeah.
And Nadeau. Okay, so Nadeau walked by here.
Yeah.
Right before the show, and I said, "What's up? How you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm getting yelled at." I'm saying, "Who's yelling at you? TJ or Katie Stats?" He said, "No, Dave called me." Like, okay, that's a thing.
Dave called him?
Right. So
it's definitely not about the 10 a.m. thing.
So I bet it was. Like if you're already late to the second day of Barstool Idol and you're trying to get back in the door.
Well, I mean that's always been the thing with him. It's like didn't come in and.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting another beef with Nadeau, so stop. But I don't know. If Dave's calling him, I mean, maybe they had something with Dave. I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel like it's probably just we're giving you a 7th chance and you're going to fucking be late.
Yeah, because it's also people, the whole world wants a job.
I hate being late is I don't know if I'm just weird about it. Being late's I hate it more than anything in life.
Yeah. Especially,
so disrespectful.
I mean, especially when you're trying to get a job.
Yeah. I'm so chronically early. Like if a movie starts at 4 or 7, I'm there at 6:20. Like I'm insanely. I'm always the first in the movie theater. I'm always the first in the parking lot. I hate being late. I hate even thinking about it.
I'm bad at time. What time to leave?
Yeah.
I don't estimate traffic well at all.
You know, we have apps on the phone that do it.
I'm also writing a blog right now.
Uh-oh.
You know, about traffic. How I'm going to fix it.
All right. You're going to fix traffic.
Yeah.
That should go over well. People take content from you very easily.
Yeah, but again,
you're just carrying around a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, but then I did text Big Ev at 11 this morning, or probably around 11, saying, "Let's get Subway today."
You have a gray hair in your beard.
Yeah, I know. Gotta get cut tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a little stressed. People get a little stressed.
What's gonna be your Subway sandwich?
Come on.
I'm a chicken bacon ranch guy.
You get the same thing.
Yeah.
I know. I have 3 Subway orders.
I will occasionally go Italian BMT. Today's a chicken bacon ranch day, though.
Well, actually, I have 2. I have Italian BMT with extra pepperoni, and then I have I'll just get a meatball sub.
We broke up with Subway for a little bit because they didn't have mozzarella cheese.
The shredded mozzarella.
When did they stop that?
No, they just for a minute they didn't have it, so I haven't went in a long time.
3 times in a row we went, and we getting really.
Let's point out where we might be in the best sub sandwich city in the world.
But we're also in a very commercial spot.
We are.
Like walking distance, there's not a lot of good place. Like we're next to Potbelly when it was open was right next door. There's like Popeyes and all this like bullshit.
We don't have like the delis near us.
Yeah, we need that's like neighborhood stuff.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I would always go there.
We have a Five Guys right close to us.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I love Five.
Like Stickies.
I ate Five Guys yesterday.
It really hurts my stomach, but I love it.
See, it ruins your afternoon because you're just so full.
But you know what? There's perspective in life. Before I moved here, Five Guys that's too expensive for a burger and fries. I'm not doing that. It's too expensive. I'm not paying that. Now, if I stay here, I'm getting lunch off my phone. It's $30 every time I get it. So if I go next door, I'll gladly pay $17 for a burger and some fries.
Yeah, it is crazy that it's that much more on your phone.
It's we just do it too.
Yeah,
they're making so much money off of us.
Oh, they crush us.
I had my one meal last night was $58 without the tip.
Right, and if you had gone to the restaurant, it would have been $37.
Yep,
maybe less.
Yeah,
it makes you just throw like an extra 2 on everything.
So Rico just gets to not be here.
Different rules for people, you know. There's different rules.
All right, just don't spend the entire weekend crushing a kid who messed up because he didn't show up to work, and then you don't show up to work because somebody's there that you don't like.
I've told him it's the thing that you can't get through him. I've told him
Love the
thousands
guy.
of times.
Yeah.
If he talked all this shit and then came in and kept talking this shit,
that's much more likable.
It'd be so much more funny.
That's what I said to him when the new shit blew up last summer. I was like, if you just sat there and just said what you say on the internet to their face, everyone would have so much respect for you.
You also saw how Nadu fought. So you shouldn't be crazy scared of him.
Nobody should be scared of Nadu or Jersey Jerry right now. It's just
Jerry.
Open season on these guys.
Jerry no one should be scared of him or Nadu even close. We've seen them fight.
Like honestly,
and train for it.
It reminded me seeing the video yesterday of the holiday, like the telethon thing, whatever. Like he was in the room with a baseball bat.
Yeah,
like, they're just very unnecessary. It totally reminded me he's carrying a big wooden bat. I was like, you don't need to insult anybody.
Nadu is here basically on his hands and knees trying to get a job. Rico has that job. Rico should be like in this window, like dancing, like I got this job.
If it would imagine him like, because Rico doesn't want to be the villain, but is a villain. Like he really is a villain.
Right. He is definitely somebody who thinks he's righteous. That is very villainous.
Where imagine he was on the sideline just chirping everything that Nadu did.
That's funny.
This week. Would be funny.
Would be.
Or if we brought him in as a guest judge.
What was the 3 things on the site yesterday? The number 1 was Billy talking about Rico. Mm-hmm. So if Rico was just doing all this inner drama all the time, he'd be the number 1 person talked about.
All right, Brooks Koepka has joined the. Have we decided what we're calling this? Is it the LIV? Is it the LIV? Let's say LIV. The LIV Tour. Also. Okay, so Brooks Koepka, and this shouldn't be a surprise. This guy, it seems like he's been all about the money the whole time, which is not a bad thing. He's about the majors. He ain't about grinding week in, week out. Somebody's going to pay me $200 million to go over there and play golf. I'm going to yes, Marty.
Before we get into talking about him,
yes,
I have a question about morally. Am I allowed? I don't understand. Like when I talk about LIV, I don't want to be talking like I don't want to be like, oh, he likes 9/11. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I keep getting this shit where it's like I don't want to be morally on the wrong side because like I'm for the fact that get $100 million and call it a day, and that's fine. But I also understand wanting to stay on the PGA Tour and like being respected. I don't know where I'm allowed to say.
I feel like that connection that was made by, I think it was the president of the PGA or whatever it was, that was a reach, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that was a big
That's what I
reach.
need. That's
I mean,
what
we still do.
I mean, also, someone brought this up on Twitter today, which I thought was a strong sentiment. There's like, I think, over 30 different PGA sponsors that have a lot to do with Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I just want to see the PGA crash and burn now, just because they're so full of shit. It's disgusting.
I mean, before this, if Saudi,
let's not pretend like it's just about money. It's always about money on both sides.
before this, if Saudi Arabia reached out to the PGA Tour and said, we'll give you $50 million to hold a tournament here, we'd be having the Saudi Arabian Open.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
All right, so I can.
I mean,
say
they have
what
to
I
have an
want.
event in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
They play in Saudi
it's,
Arabia.
It's crazy that they're acting like they're like this holier-than-thou organization. Also, I brought this up to Brandon earlier, too, in Big Cat we were talking about it. Every big tournament they go to, like, for example, the U.S. Open in Boston area this week, they have like 500 unpaid volunteers. And they're acting like they're like this. I'm like, give the guy, like, you got no money. You're sponsored by Rolex, Mercedes-Benz, all the high-end car dealerships. Every sponsor they have is high-end because rich people play golf. And they act like they're like peasants, like begging for money. It's just
so
such a joke.
Now I know I can say whatever I want without. I'll probably get always backlash. But so now my next question is, how many more players? Because they're taking some good ass players.
Mm-hmm.
Does it take when someone wins a PGA Championship? Does it count like it doesn't have the best players in the
Okay,
in the world?
so
And let me tell you, I'm going to compliment myself. That's a good question.
it is a good question. Right,
I don't hate
right
the
now, I
question
think
at
it's okay. I think there was a depth of good players that they were able to survive. I think if they were to, like, Morikawa, if they were to get Morikawa, that would be a huge blow, because that's a young guy that could be a superstar, and he's on the cusp. He's like 24, 25. If they get a 24, 25-year-old, if they got Zalatoris, if they got somebody like that, I think that's a big problem. Mickelson, obviously, he was a forerunner. He's leading people over there. He's over the hill. Brooks is kind of a majors guy anyway. DJ was
already won 4.
DJ was a hit. I think Bryson, they're probably glad he's gone, even though he's a villain you need on tour. But I think they still have such a solid core of young players that they're okay right now. But if they were to lose one of them,
Morikawa put it to bed, like he's like, I'm pouring cereal in my milk or whatever. But I think you're right, where it's younger people if they start to go. But they're starting to poach, but Koepka's a huge name, no matter what you want to say.
I think it's
majors.
Abraham Answer, too, who's like a decent
Yeah,
guy.
and I mean, obviously, also, Koepka literally says, I don't like golf. Obviously.
Right.
Well, how much
No
did he get?
brainer.
Did he get 100 mil?
well, I assume he's got DJ got 150, right?
200 range,
I mean,
He had to get what DJ got.
at least.
Anyone in this world, you sad sacks of shit that is sitting at your job saying that you wouldn't do this is morally wrong. You got 200 mil in your face, you're taking it.
By the way,
play less golf.
Yes.
Dustin Johnson just took a $150 million payment just to go play golf. Just $150 million up front to come play for more money. And he goes home to Paulina Gretzky. Is there an athlete in the world that has it better than that? Like,
No.
Maybe Ronaldo, maybe a couple soccer players.
You're right. That's 150 mil. These PGA golfers are getting paid $0 to play. They have to win.
They have to go win.
They have to make the cut.
He's getting 150 mil off the rip.
Just to play on Thursday. You could just stop
And
playing.
so I know this is another thing, too, my dad was telling me. So with the caddy thing on the LIV Tour as well, they pay for your caddies.
They pay for your caddies?
They pay for, I believe it was at least hotel. I believe even potentially flight as well. Whereas in the PGA, they give your caddy nothing. So you could go to a tournament and be down 10 grand. If you pay, you're flying yourself and your caddy out there, maybe your family, place to stay for 2 days. If you don't make the cut, you get $0. You could have just spent a few thousand on room and board and flights.
I think.
And also on the LIV Tour, like a purse for winning a tournament is like $4 million.
Yeah.
Winning the Masters is like a little over
It's
2.
2.4.
And you're playing against less competition. My dad was saying the guy on the LIV Tour who came in second in the last tournament, he's like the 300th ranked golfer in the world, like in that range. He made like $2 million.
Yeah, and he would have made.
That's the most money he's made in, like combined in his whole life.
Not even probably triple the amount. I think, and I'm not saying that the LIV tournaments are like great watches or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying about as a person that is getting offered that money, you all are crazy that you're saying no.
Either or. Either or.
I'm excited for this.
Here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have exactly that.
Okay.
Are you ready? Would you rather be the star for one championship team or a role player for 5 championship teams? Would you rather be the star player for one championship run and it's on you, or would you rather be Steve Kerr, Robert Horry? Would you rather be a role player who is known for being a role player on 5 championship teams? So you're a Dynasty's role player, or you are a superstar on one champion? Yes.
I'd rather be Dirk Nowitzki.
You'd rather be the star.
Robert Horry, yeah.
Giannis.
Because I'd rather because you also have to consider that star is making 10 times as much money over his career.
I know.
I think that has to be factored in.
Robert Horry's remembered so fucking
But
fondly,
give me Dirk. I'd rather be Dirk.
Dirk is a great example of the one.
I'd rather be Dirk Nowitzki than Robert Horry.
That's a tough question because that's like, so who on the Warriors right now would that be?
Iguodala? Was he on the bench for this? He's on their team this
But
year. Right?
Iguodala almost had a little bit.
He also won an MVP, so I guess he can't.
And he also was. I think he might have even made an All-Star game or two. Like he was at points in his career. He was very, very good. I'm trying to think who's like a real.
Who's someone on like the?
Okay, he didn't get 5. He didn't get 5, but who?
Giannis Haslam.
Exactly, he didn't get 5.
He
But
won what, 3?
Haslam had he won 4, 3.
See, like at that point when you're like, so Dirk's making hundreds of millions, whatever.
Right.
Haslam's making what?
A couple million a year.
Couple million
at his peak.
I don't know. I almost think you take the couple million and like you get to talk about those 4 championships, like those stories. Like you were still part of the team.
Yeah.
But even the reason I think what sold me on it a while ago was hearing Barkley talk about it, and he was basically, "Would you trade to be Robert Horry?" He was like, "No fucking chance."
That's a great one. No championship.
He is no. I think I'd either rather be Barkley.
No time. I would
be like
I'd rather be
an all-time NBA player with no rings.
You know what? Barkley's not a good example because
people will say you're a loser, this and that, but you were literally one of the best players in the league for like 15 years.
Barkley's a bad example.
75 player of all time.
Because Barkley has the post playing career.
Yes.
I think a better example there would be, and he's got this stuff that is bad. But would you rather be Karl Malone, an all-time scoring great? Never won a title, or would you rather be Robert Horry?
That's definitely tougher. I guess Barkley is kind of unfair because
he's
famous now.
A lot of off-TV. I guess that is a fair.
Fuck,
that one's tougher.
A good question.
That one's more tough.
Because they also like.
Can I be Karl Malone without like being allegedly bad?
Yeah, it'd be Karl Malone.
Everyone in the world wants
like a good person
to be that superstar at one point in their life. Like whoever you stick, because some people will be like, "Oh, I don't need all the pressure, or whatever." But you got the ring, you did. I think that's the answer. I think you want to be the Dirk.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me take it a little further. Would you rather be Scottie Pippen, the noted number 2 on a dynasty, or a star that won a couple, like a star, Scottie Pippen or Dwayne Wade?
Shit.
Although Wade was a sidekick.
Wade,
I
was he pretty much was besides the first one.
But 06 he was the star.
Yes.
Fuck.
I'd rather be Scottie Pippen.
I think I'd rather be Scottie Pippen too because one. A weird thing that's happening with Scottie Pippen is also like Scottie Pippen won him the championships as well as Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
I mean, Michael never wins them without Scottie.
That's what everyone says. So it's like
LeBron might win.
I don't think he wins those 2 without Wade.
LeBron
and Bosh would have gotten close at least. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they almost the one they were a Ray Allen shot from losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's and I could come up with better examples there, but all right.
You should. That's a good lead off. 14 left.
No, they're not 14. There's a reason that one led off. There's a reason that one led off. A lot of them are just
quick ones,
very quick ones, team specific stuff like that. When it comes down to it, are you more of a fan of college sports or professional sports? If you had to eliminate one tomorrow, would you? Oh, this is a good one too. Now would you eliminate pro sports from your life or college sports from your life?
This is a fucked up question.
For me, it's very
I think as a sports fan, I just did the math in my head, and I think I have to go college because there's simply more games.
But I think that
you would pick college to lose.
No, I would allow myself to only watch college if I had to choose one.
I mean, that's just
because there's just simply more games, and I love sports.
I don't think that's right at all.
Baseball is 162 games.
I guess I was.
NFL 16, college is 12.
But no, but I'm saying more like there's.
I see
10
more
times
teams,
19.
more.
There's 100-something teams in college basketball. There's 300 teams.
So this is, but you have to think about like, all right, for me it's weird because Duke is number 1 for me.
Right, Yankees number 2.
Yankees
2, but then the Giants are 3. There's no other college after me for me. It's Giants. Oh my God, that's brutal.
But see, the people don't like the Giants are like basically number 1 for me too.
What about an Ohio State's 2? Yankees 3?
Ohio State
have 1-1.
Ohio State's almost like different. Like it's different.
Yeah, you just came to Ohio State later in life, right?
Like, see, here I haven't gotten to like express it as much because they've been the worst team in the NFL while I've been at Barstool. But Giants are my first love.
All right. Random Tuesday night game. What's better, watching on TV or going to the game live?
I don't. What sport?
Any sport.
I think this is I think for football is the stupidest thing to go to a football game.
NFL, I would agree.
NFL.
College, you get a little bit, but still, it's so
Still
nice
stupid.
to not right.
You have the best seat in the house on your couch,
And you get to watch other games, and
Yep.
if you lose, you can get out of it. It's so depressing losing a college football game, and you're in the stands, and you have to walk to your car. You got to walk half a mile to your car. You got to be around sad fans. If you're on the road, you're getting made fun of. You're going to be in traffic for an hour.
Yep.
You're getting home at like 3 hours after the game.
Walking home from Duke
Yeah.
Final Four was the worst thing, wearing your Duke jersey and everyone looking at you. Where if I'm home, I could change the channel to Seinfeld and be fine.
All right.
That's and also, but baseball is one of the best things to in person go to.
In 20 years, which one Super Bowl winning quarterback will be remembered more fondly? Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. 20 years after their careers are over, who's remembered the fondest out of that group? Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre.
It's between Drew Brees and Brett Favre.
You think Rodgers is out of that
I
group?
actually was going to say Rodgers.
You think
I think it's between Brees and Rodgers.
Rodgers is
fondly,
gonna-
like,
Rodgers is gonna
well?
have a choice.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that well liked.
that's why I think it'll ultimately be Brees. I think Brees is about to enjoy a post-career little
I didn't
renaissance
think about that.
of like
Yeah.
Brees.
Broadcasting.
Brees also like propped up. Of course, Rodgers propped up Green Bay, but Brees propped up a team, won a Super Bowl at a team that had never won before, and propped up New Orleans for 15 years.
And he Rodgers comes with so much, like he doesn't like his family. He's
Right.
got a girlfriend's a witch now.
Mhm.
Like there's always something going. I
She
like
says
him.
she's not a witch.
She said she's not a witch. If you have to say it, usually you are. But I like Rodgers. But I think it's Brees.
Your Brees broadcasting point is I didn't consider it when I first thought about it because I was in my head I was thinking more Rodgers is, I think, in my opinion, the best player of the three.
Oh,
But I also
wasn't doing athletic.
however you
I wasn't
choose.
either. I was considering that in my head also, and I was just thinking long term people will recognize he was clearly the best quarterback of the three, the most talented.
All right,
But he also, I could see his career being over and him just kind of fade off into.
let's change pace here.
Rodgers also does the McAfee show. It's pretty big.
Let's change pace here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're out of New York because I think that fixes things. Us three, we are in Denver.
Okay.
Okay, we're going out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Italian or Mexican?
Oh, I actually know this answer. They're big.
It's an
in
opinion.
Denver
based.
is no. There's a correct answer for
No,
Denver.
there is a correct. They're
Okay, all right. Well, never mind. We're in Des Moines.
massive
We're in
town.
Des Moines. We're in Des Moines.
Oof.
We're in Iowa.
See, I can't answer this.
I'm just picking an average city, an average America.
Mexican.
Mexican.
Why?
I think it's easier.
I mean, you can't fuck up Mexican.
Yeah, Italian's way harder, way easier to fuck up.
I've been to Italian places and I'm also like being Italian doesn't help because you know what's like.
Yeah, I'm used to my grandmother too much.
That's a question for you.
All right. Well, how about we switch it? Elite Italian food versus elite Mexican food.
Lee Italian, easy.
Not even close.
Probably better than anything in the world.
It's
The
nothing
best.
better.
The best.
Probably better.
Oh
than
my
anything in the
god,
world.
it's so
Like
good.
some elite.
But average
know-
average Mexican better than average Italian?
Yeah.
I think it might be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 100%.
You can go to an average Mexican restaurant anywhere in the country and be fine.
You
Did you
mentioned
know what
some
penny
solid
alla vodka
tacos.
was
Yeah.
growing up?
I mean, I was big into the Food Network and stuff. So yeah.
I was thinking like Dana had no idea what it was till he got to New York.
That's
I don't understand
wild.
that.
Oh, I watch the Food Network a lot.
That's different. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather win Wimbledon or the British Open in golf?
British Open.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I just like golf more. I don't know. My dad would be really proud.
That one.
That's a big golf fan.
I forgot to replace that question with this one. You could be the #1 international star in golf or tennis. Which one do you choose?
I feel like I just don't have enough basis in tennis to say tennis.
Now listen, Tiger Woods, big star, but worldwide, Roger Federer.
No, I know.
Big fucking deal.
They are huge. Like him and Nadal and those guys.
I almost want to ask you guys what your first thought is about why. Because my first thought was
initially golf.
Tennis is more exhausting.
Definitely.
That's why that's where I first went.
Definitely.
That seems.
Look at golf. There's some chunky golfers. There's no chunky tennis players. They're all in phenomenal.
But you're going to be in shape. If you're the #1 tennis star in the world, you're going to be in shape. So you get to be in shape.
Yeah, but I have to work for it though.
You're gonna have to work in golf too.
Yeah, golf is a lot more. You do have to be more in shape than you think.
I know that. I mean, you walk a shit ton.
When are we going to play golf?
Seriously,
tell me when y'all are going. I'll just come.
One day you're gonna have to take off here
to come play golf.
Because you don't want. I don't want to take you away from your family.
Maybe Rico now.
Saturdays.
All right. Let's see. Who's more? There's a couple team specifics. Who's more likable, Alabama or Auburn?
Auburn probably just because they win less.
It's a trick question. They're both fucking assholes.
I think it's Alabama.
Alabama's more likable.
You think so?
Auburn's delusional. They've been knocked around by being Alabama's bitch for years.
Yeah.
They'll snap at you.
I think because you respect Alabama more.
Yeah.
I'm a guy who doesn't care about college
Auburn had to
football
cheat
teams.
to win. Alabama
like Alabama.
Yeah. Let's see. Winter or Summer Olympics? Zah wants to play this game so bad.
I'm playing it by myself. I have a question for you guys too.
I gotta say winter.
I feel like I was gonna say.
Why would you say winter?
I feel like I enjoy the summer more.
Summer's much better.
I don't care about track and field. I don't.
You know what? You won't watch a 100-meter race?
So I really got into water polo this last one.
Like,
I really enjoyed.
I used to love the snowboarding part of.
Okay,
it is great. Snowboarding's awesome.
Winter sports.
I like to watch. I like to watch the. What's up, Biz? I like to watch the volleyball, the men's team volleyball, because you don't see that sport
I'm
here.
Sure you're watching the men's one.
No, I do watch the men's one.
Yeah,
because it's so impressive how hard they hit the fucking ball. And fucking, you don't see high-level men's volleyball in the sport. I know you were all
they're
Long
insane
Island.
athletes.
I mean, you got to look at a guy who was
all Long Island.
Would have
volleyball.
2 national championships if he went to college.
Well, I went to school in the South where the men don't play volleyball.
We didn't have volleyball, men's volleyball.
It was crazy though. It was like a cool thing to do in my school as well. It's always bad when you have to tell someone it's a cool thing.
Oh, wear the short shorts too?
No, I refuse to wear knee pads. I was an asshole, and we used to.
That's shocking.
You know, it was disgusting. People probably hate me more, but you had to slap hands before the game.
Uh-huh.
You'd go and you go in your ball sweating.
I don't hate that move. That's high school hijinks.
Who is more insufferable, Lakers fans or Celtics fans? Now, it is kind of colored by the fact we just had the Celtics in the finals. But when the Lakers are going, I mean, they're also assholes.
I think it's tough. I think I've personally been around so many more Celtics fans that's like I don't know a lot of diehard Lakers fans.
And that's the thing. Celtics fans they'll also, like, they just lost the championship, and they're like, oh, it's okay. Like,
we've won like 15.
They've won so many, they don't even give a fuck where, I don't know, Lakers fans...
Also, Lakers fans, I like writing them off because any Lakers fans I do know, they're not from L.A.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you just grew up, you were a Kobe dick rider, and then now you just stayed a Lakers fan.
Let's see. If you had to go to school to one, you going to USC or UCLA?
My knee jerk is USC, but
I go to UCLA. Better colors.
USC or UCLA?
Yep.
UCLA.
UCLA, better colors.
Which I just like.
I don't know anything about.
I have no aspects of the campus.
I don't know anything about where the two are.
I went to both. Just a campus.
UCLA's in a better spot.
UCLA is a sick spot.
USC is like downtown, but downtown LA is like not a good
USC's
area.
hard to get to.
I guess
stadium.
UCLA would be my answer then.
And you're right.
I prefer the better campus and environment like that.
Who would you rather have for the next 10 years? Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, easy to me.
Easy?
Yeah.
He's in his prime. Luka hasn't even entered it yet.
Yeah.
We don't even know how good Luka is.
Giannis is still pretty young.
He's young. And what's the age difference? Luka 22, Giannis 24.
Give me a question. Let me get a question off first. Who's the second best player for the Mavs?
Nope.
Giannis
you don't
is
get to do that.
27,
You don't get to do that.
Who is though?
Right now it's
Brunson.
no, it's the him or Dinwiddie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's also carrying the Bucks have a much better team.
But
than the Mavs.
I said the next 10 years. So in 10 years, the Bucks are going to be. He's going to be 37 years old, and who knows what the Bucks will look like in 10 years. I hope in the next 10 years that Luka gets a lot of teammates, good teammates.
I'm just looking at Giannis's defense is what's getting me to him.
I mean, it's a no wrong answer.
I'd rather basically just take the rest of Giannis's career.
You're rolling the dice on it. Does Luka become as good or better than Giannis is right now? Because Luka is right behind him right now, but Giannis is going to be from 27 to 37. Luka's 23 to 33. Luka's prime is ahead of him.
Luka can have a more complete offensive game. He'll never be close on defense.
Does that matter?
I think it can. I think Giannis is good enough on defense that it does matter.
It doesn't.
If Giannis was a whatever defender, but he's an elite defender.
It almost doesn't matter though too. When you look at like Steph, what he like.
Yeah, if you look at star power and what goes into it and all that. Let's see. I've asked most of them.
I'd like to this is a great game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I might do it every Tuesday. I don't know what today is. Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Either or. Tuesday or Wednesday. Which one's better?
Tuesday, because then we can do win total Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Would you rather be 3-time Cy Young winner or a 3-time league MVP? Which one feels like it hits more?
I think an MVP hits more.
I think MVP.
Is this Cy Young might hit just as much.
All right, so Clemens has 7 MVPs, or 7 Cy Youngs, correct? I don't think anyone's touched 7 MVPs, no, in baseball.
I think Bonds had 4 and could have had like 10.
Is 4 the most?
No, 4's not the most.
Most MVPs?
Most MVPs.
No way someone's won more than 5 probably, right?
MLB. I said MOB. Let's see. Most MVPs, MLB. Barry Bonds. Oh, he has 7. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so 7. It's even. Yeah. All right, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a fuck ton of MVPs. Jesus.
I actually think Cy Young might be it. Because I don't really even
dominant pitcher. See, I think the problem is obviously having.
I think you remember Cy Young years more than you remember MVP years.
Man, Luke is
Clemens just has the
big boy.
Clemens just has like the asterisks on it away from him. I guess Bonds does as well.
Okay, similar question. Would you rather live the rest of your life as a Heisman Trophy winner or NFL MVP? Take money out of the equation.
Heisman.
Yeah.
I do think it carries a lot more weight.
I couldn't barely tell you the last 3 MVPs of
when you tell the story of Cam Newton, you say Heisman before you say NFL MVP.
Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't win MVP.
No.
Yeah.
Heisman.
No, I'm saying Heisman.
Heisman. They have a ceremony every year. It's a big deal.
Yeah. The Heisman.
You almost don't care how they're.
Manziel's leaves his bender to still go to the Heisman ceremony.
I think I honestly couldn't tell you the last 5 MVPs, but I could.
Aaron Rodgers won the last 2. Mahomes won 1.
Yeah,
exactly. But it's like Heisman, you know exactly.
And their Heismans are almost always identifiable by year.
Yes.
Whereas MVP, you really got to think.
Yeah.
If I said who won the 2011 Heisman, I know immediately. If I say who won the 2011 MVP, I got to, who won the Super Bowl?
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many multiples.
I have to think, right?
There's so many multiples of MVPs. There's only
might have won MVP that year. I don't know.
There's only one double Heisman winner, and it probably will never happen again.
This year's going to test it. But I think I think we'll see. I think that's all I had. I had a couple more team-specific ones. Y'all didn't seem to like those, though, or I only had one more.
Let's hear them.
So I had a good one.
Let
Walk up. What? Go ahead.
Who's saying it?
Me.
I thought you said Zai had a good one.
Yeah, walk-off home run in the MLB playoffs or buzzer beater in March Madness.
Buzzer beater March Madness. Anything March Madness outweighs anything MLB playoffs as far as memorability. That will show.
That lap you take when the whole stadium is worshiping you.
Walk-off home run to win the World Series.
Now I'm thinking of Jose Batista's home run, and there wasn't even a walk-off, and how memorable it was.
The way
Aaron
Big Papi
Boone.
used to go so slow around the bases. I mean, the walk-off is electric.
I think it's MLB
Walk-off
playoffs.
to like win the World Series would be insane.
Well, Joe Carter did it.
That's what I'm saying. Like think Joe Carter or like Chris Jenkins. That's basically what
walk-off home run.
That's what you're weighing.
A walk-off home run in the regular season is still like.
Listen, Joe Carter probably, it just depends on a lot, because Joe Carter is bigger than Chris Jenkins' shot, and it's arguable. But I don't think Joe Carter is bigger than Christian Leitner's shot from '92, and they were in the same time frame.
But I think
that's a bigger play historically than Joe Carter's home run.
Yeah, I would agree. But I would even say Chris Jenkins is bigger.
Yeah, but I think that's arguable because Chris Jenkins.
I know it's much sooner. I understand, but
yeah,
much more recent. I mean, but we're just hitting like a 35, 40-foot jumper at the buzzer to win the national title.
Okay, let's take it. Would you rather be able to hit a home run or dunk a basketball?
Dunk a basketball.
I disqualify myself because I've done both.
I've done both as well, but
okay, tell the truth.
I swear I have.
Yeah, you are like 6'3".
I could still hang on the rim.
I can't.
I think dunking because it's more accessible to show people than a home run.
Right. You can you can walk on any park in the country, pick up a ball, and
look what I could do.
Yeah, but you don't do it immediately. What you do is you mill around a little bit, you shoot,
layups.
But I think
and all of a sudden you just pop up and do it.
I think your ability to hit a home run will last much longer.
But you have to.
I think there's
I could hit a home run now.
That's what I'm saying.
Not against a good pitcher.
There's a very short window where you could dunk, where you're athletic enough to dunk.
Right.
You could probably still have the power to put one over a wall.
But you also still you need to get someone to throw to you, got a good pitcher to throw it to you.
Well, that's fair. I mean, obviously, dunking basketball much more.
That's why I think
it's much more accessible.
Being a baseball player is harder than any sport, and because you need more. You don't need any football really either. Like baseball, you need other people there. Basketball, you can be by yourself and still be.
That took 30 minutes. That was a good discussion.
I could go all day.
Yeah, I could do this forever.
Yeah, with me doing all the fucking work, I bet y'all could.
I'll bring
the Masters of Wimbledon.
That's fun.
Masters.
I know you guys are going to be biased, but I think it's pretty goddamn close.
Oh, well, you don't have to cuss.
The Queen goes to Wimbledon.
She's dead. She's about dead, isn't she? Huh?
Yeah.
Why is he? If he has 1 million subscribers, why is he here?
I don't know.
Unless
he shares the subscribers. I don't think that's.
Yeah. It's just not real completely, because you'd be making a good amount of money.
I think he's part of a YouTube channel, but I don't think it's his channel.
Correct. There you go.
Oh, okay. That
makes sense.
No,
it's not more sense.
She's got talent. He's got talent too.
Because technically, we're also a part of a YouTube channel that.
Yeah, then I could say I got 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Technically, yeah.
Because if you have that by yourself, you're making a good amount of money.
If you have that by yourself, you wouldn't be here. You'd be making a lot.
Y'all realize YouTubers, man. These kids YouTubers that put out the worst things ever that the kids watch. There'll be a video that drops this morning. It'll have 16 million views tonight. They're making so much money.
Oh yeah, isn't the biggest YouTuber like a kid who opens gifts?
Ryan Toy Reviews, he was for years.
Fucking Preston Plays. If it's on site if I ever see him, by the way. It's on fucking site. And I don't say that.
He does have a punchable face.
It is on site if I ever see Preston
Plays. I don't
Plays.
even know who that is, but I imagine he would just scoff.
He looks exactly like you think Preston Plays looks like. Okay. Picks. I'll go first. I went 4-0 last night. Pick of the day. Ole Miss is going to win the national championship, and things are getting easy for them. It would be much easier for them to beat Auburn than Arkansas. Therefore, Auburn's going to beat Arkansas tonight. Auburn is the money line. Auburn money line is the play of the day for me. Guardians money line, Padres money line, and White Sox money line. Those are my 3 baseball plays of the day. Plus Auburn money line in the College World Series against Arkansas. That is my pick of the day. Marty Mush.
I got the Yankees. I mean,
they're a good baseball team.
50 wins, even when throwing a no-hitter, almost lost it. Marlins, Giants, Guardians, Astros, real fast before Big Ev. It's almost bad to throw a no-hitter if you don't actually throw it. Because after you let that first hit up, the rally just is like, okay, we got them, and they almost fucking won.
Nothing else made sense.
I got there.
Yeah, you got there. You pulled it out.
I didn't know how to get there, but I got there.
Big F.
I'm on the Cardinals money line. I'm on the Giants money line. I'm on the Guardians Twins over 9. I think I need some day action at 2 o'clock. This college baseball. I think I'm going to take A&M plus 125. What the hell?
Do it. It's not in the day, but that's fine.
It's at 2 o'clock.
Oh, A&M is. Arkansas, Auburn's at night. You're right.
A&M Notre Dame's at 2.
A&M Notre Dame's at 2.
So Mincy only submitted 1 pick. That's Texas A&M money line, but he did also include.
He doesn't care about the rules.
Last night was freaking insane.
That's what he. That's what he sent his picks.
The guy's in first, and he makes a mockery of your show.
I asked him for picks. He said, "Sending ASAP. Looking now. Last night was freaking insane."
I think they're gonna win. Like Dave just tweeted, "Is it his title? Take away from my title." They better win. Mincy's acting like they already got the hay in the barn.
Them and Oklahoma are both. That's going to be the stoppable force.
He's acting like they got the hay in the barn. He put out a video last night just talking shit about Arkansas fans and their trash fan base and how they just beat the hell out. They still got to beat them again, perhaps. I'm just saying. You didn't see me dancing on anybody's graves before it happened last year. But it's just college baseball.
They were up like 7-0 in the last game of the championship series, and you were still like, "We're blowing this."
Correct. I did not get excited until we got up 9-0 in the 8th inning. All right, good stuff, boys. Good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow, but right now, get ready for Yak basketball. Yak Idol coming right back at you in a couple of minutes.
This fucking guy Wyatt played in flip flops.
I think he played in like Birks.
Look at the picture.
He's in Birkenstocks.